Hey guys, this is Pharaoh 2091, and welcome back to Let's Play Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney. Last time we left off, we finished the investigation for this case once again, so we're going to be heading back to court. And, well, there's a lot of stuff we figured out during our last investigation where apparently, Gavin's guitar case was, or his guitar, it had the igniter module in it. Then the whole thing about the Borginian cocoon thing, and I guess it's punishable by death if you smuggle it out of the country, and there's just all this stuff like that. Now it's like, well, how the hell's it all tied together? And before we were able to talk to Maki a little bit more, Daryan decided to, well, he was being rude to us, period, just saying that I never really liked you guys, and he just takes him away, because he said, well, it's the Borginian embassy called, he has to leave. So, I don't know, there's something's making me wonder that at this point, it kind of sounds like it's him who's done it, because, I mean, that's kind of where, I mean, just out of the attitude, that's where it seems like, and according to what Lemuel even said, I don't know, to me, it's like, kind of fits together, but honestly, I can't even remember, so, that's just kind of a guess right now, but in any case, let's head back to, the court here, because, well, this is just going to be interesting. Well, this is it. Today's the day it all goes down. And then there was yesterday. Yes, the whole thing about, Daryan just saying, come on, just taking Maki away because there's a call. And we're like, no, come on, wait a minute. And then that famous thing he says, I never liked you. Thanks. Thanks, buddy. I don't know what I did to you, but whatever. He didn't want us to hear what Maki had to say. And I think I know why. Time to bring down a little justice. Ah! What was that? Oh, come on. Please don't tell me somebody already died. He is heard but unseen. Who's that talking? Oh, Valant. Valant Gramarai. Using the door like an average muggle, no less. Oh, muggle? Oh, really? A Harry Potter reference. Very good, game. You aren't the witness today, are you, Uncle Valant? A preposterous proposition. How could I stand upon the stand? What, my secrets would be free for the plucking. I might even have to sign autographs. That is why I intend to remain hidden for the entire day. Ooh, vanishing magic? Indeed! I will jump upon an express train and express myself to the next town over. But before I go, a word of warning. Warning? What? A grand Gramarai. Glamour resides at the root of all that has happened. Do not forget this truth. A glamour? A spell, a sorcery, a great illusion. Miss Trucy, though it pains me to part so, I need to get in line for a ticket. Farewell! So, did he set off a party popper, I'm assuming, when he entered? Or whatever. And there he goes. He sure seemed happy about that illusion thing. Oh, big illusions are the bread and butter of a magician. You can't pull off a show without one. The big illusion is always a spectacle to remember. Usually it involves cutting up things like people or the Eiffel Tower, anything really. So he was talking about what we saw at the concert. Lemuel's disappearing act. The prosecutor gave his exploding guitar. I wonder what he meant by it being at the root of all that has happened. Well, it's about time. Shall we go? I guess so. Excuse me, sir. Yes? The scheduled starting time for trial has been changed. The trial will not be commencing until 10:30 a.m. Sorry for the inconvenience. Huh? Did something happen? This is a first. It was by the judge's request. Some urgent personal business. Great. I bet he stayed up too late last night watching courtroom dramas. Apparently he's visiting the hospital again. The hospital? I believe it was mentioned that the Chief Justice's son is unwell. Apparently his condition worsened considerably this morning. Chief Justice's son? Oh, that's right. Remember yesterday morning? The judge said he had to go visit him after a trial. There's an article about it in the newspaper. If you care to read about it yourself. Incuritus. Where have I heard that before? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, really? I'll let you read that article for us, Apollo. Just leave the TV Guide page to me. Try not to lose a page of the funnies if you can. So you gotta be kidding me. I didn't really think that had anything to do with the case at all, the whole Chief Justice's son, but apparently it does. Is there more information I can read? All I know is it's just the Incuratus syndrome. It's the first case in the country. That's about it. You really can't read anything. There's a graph in the bottom left there. Don't know what the hell that's all about. Okay, so that really sucks. I had no idea. This is interesting now. I'm sure you can put together how that even relates to this case already, so not too hard to think about. My apologies for the delay. Court is now in session for the trial of, how do you say this name again? Maki Tobe, our suspect Fortissimo. Damn, I had that word and I practiced it. I didn't practice it, but like I had it in my mind. Then I lost it again. Fortissimo. Fortissimo? That doesn't sound right. Fortissimo? Fortissimo. Whatever. Right. It's his trial in any case. Defense is prepared, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready to rock. Okay. Is something wrong, Your Honor? No. Well, yes. It's just, I've been friends with the Chief Justice since we were students. It pains me to see him going through such a difficult time. Incuratus, was it? That article said there is no known cure. Judge, let me say with all honesty, I feel your pain. But now is not the time for tears. Now is the time for law. Indeed. You left off at quite the juncture yesterday. Yeah, the whole thing about, yeah, we all know this. We all know this. I'm like trying so hard to remember what the hell happens in this game, and now I really cannot. Well. It's gonna be interesting, because I have a feeling the reactions are gonna be genuine from me now, like, straight up. Like, I honestly don't know what's gonna happen. And I like that. I'm sure it's gonna come back to me as I keep, playing here. I mean, because I pretty much know, like, where to object, you know, where to present it for evidence, you know, press them here and there, so it's not that bad, just, you know, hey. Why a sensational ending? Who would have thought Daryan would get started in a season cliffhanger? As a suspect. I asked prosecution to look into this matter. Please tell the court your findings. Daryan Crescent is a member of my band, the Gay Veneers. He is also a detective, making the current charges serious indeed. Yet, after investigation, I have found no cause to alter our case or file new charges. And your reason is? Weren't you aware, Air Forehead? He has an impeccable alibi. An alibi? Let's review the facts again, shall we? The concert held on the night of the shooting was in 3 sets. Oh yeah, there we go. Gay Veneers ripped up the stage during the first set. For the second set, our guests took center stage. The only performers appearing were myself, Lemuar, and Maki, along with a drummer and bassist, for a total of 5. The shooting in the dress room, however, took place here in the third set. Lemuar and the defendant Maki Tobe had left the stage at that point, and the Gay Veneers are already rocking. This is when the 2 shots rang out at the scene of the crime. Shots heard by Detective Emma Sky, mind you. And Apollo, you heard them too, right? I sure did. Furthermore, Lemuar herself witnessed the moment of the crime. Well, perhaps I should say she heard the moment of the crime. But she claims to have heard Mr. Latouche and Detective Crescent talking. But that's impossible! Detective Crescent was... Precisely. Detective Crescent was on stage, getting his groove on, no less. Voila! A perfect alibi! Does the defense have anything to add to this? It's true. When I heard those gunshots, he must have been on stage. Still, there's something here that doesn't quite add up. It appears the defense has no objections. I believe we can safely say that Daryan Crescent's alibi has been acknowledged, which means that Lemuar was sadly mistaken. Her testimony cannot be true. Very well. Of course, if we disregard her testimony, then I see no evidence keeping us from declaring a verdict. If indeed there are no objections... Uh-oh, Apollo! If he declares a verdict now... The prosecutor gave his case as airtight. Lemuar might have been lying to protect Maki. How can I rely on her testimony? Wait a minute. What about yesterday in the detention center? Right, he said he had something to say about the case, but that's when Mr. Douchebag Crescend decided to say, oh, never mind, you guys can't hear anything. Yep, there you go. So if we actually hear more about that case from Maki himself, then that might actually make things better for us. Maki was trying to tell us something. I know it. Maybe the best thing to do is to ask him under oath. Very well. The court finds the defendant. What's his name again? Your Honor! No, that wasn't it. It was something like Marquis or Mr. Justice. Your Honor, before you declare a verdict, I would like to call another witness. Exactly who else do you need to hear from? A witness who until now has not been given a chance to speak in this court. Because he doesn't speak English. You don't mean... I do. The defense calls Maki Tobei to the stand. What? But he doesn't speak English. We'll use an interpreter. Interpreter? I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere. I only speak a few phrases such as I love you and where's the toilet? Such a romantic phrasing right there. Ah, jeez. The defense would like to request Lemuar as an interpreter. Lemuar? But there's a possibility she's protecting the defendant. But she's been interpreting for the defendant. Why should she lie? This is most unusual. Bravo, Air Forehead. Air Judge, the prosecution agrees with the defense's request. If Lemuar lies, I'll be able to tell. Even my limited knowledge of the language should be enough for that. Well, if both prosecution and defense are for this, then I see little cause for refusal. Finally, some progress. Bailiff, please show the defendant Lemuar to the witness stand. Alright, so this should help a little bit. I suppose there's a first time for everything. Shall we proceed? Your name to begin with, if you would, Lemuar? Yes. He says Maki Tobei, the defendant. This is certainly a first for his courtroom. Not that we really needed an interpretation of that message in particular. So far, so good. The introduction went well, so the rest must be okay. Very well, Mr. Justice, if you would. Huh? If I would what, Your Honor? Would what? You called the defendant to the stand, did you not? What would you have him testify about? What I want him to testify about? Oh, I haven't thought about that. Come on, Apollo. Oh, crap, I forgot. I'm supposed to let them talk about something. Apollo? Aren't you going to ask him what he was talking about yesterday? What he was about to tell us yesterday? How can if I don't know what he was trying to say? Excuse me, a moment. If I might speak? Yes, Sam, you are. Just now, Maki said there's something about which he wishes to testify. Maki wants to testify about something? What could it be? What sort of testimony is he talking about? One moment, please. Oh, this is killing me! What? 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 Well, Lemuar, according to Maki, he has proof of his innocence. What? Well, this would have been helpful a long time ago. This is a surprise. Yahoo! Victory, Apollo! We did it! This is sounding too good to believe. I know what that usually means. It's not going to work out, is it? Well, if that's true, then this is a vital testimony. Maki, please testify to the court. Very well. Okay, this is going to be interesting. So, proof of innocence. He says that word of Mr. Lotus's death came as a great shock. But if the killing truly followed the lyrics of my song, that is, he could not have done it. He says that because the lyrics are in English, he does not understand them. I see. He wouldn't have understood the English lyrics of the song. That would prevent him from following them so closely. I wonder what he meant by proof. Why, he would only have to ask Lemuar to know the meaning of that song. Lemuar! Did you ever explain the lyrics to the song to him? I did tell him generally what the song was about, but never in so much detail, and he never asked. Has my oft-repeated warning already fled that forehead? Lemuar might be protecting the witness. Well, anyway, let's proceed with the cross-examination. Mr. Justice, if you would. Yes, Your Honor. Something's hidden in that testimony. I know it. I'll just have to trust my bracelet and tell me where. It worked yesterday. It'll work today. Alright, well... I probably shouldn't have started. Probably should have waited until... Probably should have waited, because I'm already at 15 minutes here. Yeah, I definitely don't want to go on any longer, but before I leave, I just kind of want to take a quick glance at everything we have so far. You know, lyric sheet, we've seen this already. I don't think there's anything new there. The postcard. Investigation report? No, we know that already. Revolver, brooch, mixing board, keyring. We took a look at the laptops, right? Yep. Crime photo, diagram, videotape. We're gonna watch that again. We didn't really take a look at this too well. Receiver transmitter for voice signals for a 30-foot range. They're apparently making that well known that it's a 30-foot range. Same thing with this remote trigger. It's a 30-foot range. So these two must go together somehow. Just don't know what yet. This I haven't really taken too much time to look at. It's funny, I didn't even know the backstage is actually underground from the thing. It never really dawned on me about that. Burnt guitar, the replica, the igniter. You know... So I thought the Borginian newspaper was going to actually have some words I could actually read or something. It doesn't mention the lyrics of Lemuel's ballad, so... Okay. Alright then. That's that. So next time, guys, we're actually going to go ahead and, well, try cross-examining the statement. Of course, that bracelet is there, so that means we're probably going to have to perceive on some statement, so it might be a little hard for me to find that, but, I'll get to it. So, as usual, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for Let's Play Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney. I'll see you guys later.